is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Freedom Fire Podcast, where we want to stoke the flames of freedom every single day. My name is Kendall Bowman, and guys, the FBI is at it again. From Fox News, FBI improperly used warrantless search powers more than 278,000 times in 2021, FISA court filing reveals. The FBI improperly used warrantless search powers against U.S. citizens more than 278,000 times in the year ending November 2021, according to an unsealed Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, or FISC, filing. U.S. citizens covered in that improper effort included people involved in the Capitol riot on January 6, 2021, George Floyd protesters during the summer of 2020, and donors to a failed congressional candidate, the filing said. Section 702 of Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA, or FISA, allows the government to conduct targeted surveillance of non-U.S. persons located abroad to acquire foreign intelligence information. When U.S. citizens are flagged as part of these investigations, the FBI takes over the process of querying them for possible security reasons. The court filing, which spanned 127 pages, was unsealed Friday by the FISC, but was filed in April of 2022. As Director Wray has made clear, the errors described in the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court's opinion are completely unacceptable, a senior FBI official told Fox News on Friday. As a result of the audits that revealed these instances of non-compliance, the FBI changed its querying procedures to make sure these errors do not happen again. These steps have led to significant improvement in the way we conduct queries of lawfully obtained Section 702 information. Errors. That's what they think of them. As if they didn't commit that error. No, as if they didn't commit an error, 278,000 times. An error is making a mistake. An error is like, I accidentally knocked over a glass of iced tea. This is not an error. This was done 278,000 times. I don't know about you, but if I don't knock over a glass of iced tea that many times. Eventually, you'll learn, hey, don't do that because it's not working. That's not cool, But apparently, this was nothing. These 278,000 times, where they went against the Constitution, where they invaded your privacy without your knowing and without a warrant. Those were just errors. Yeah, we didn't mean it. Goodness gracious. We are committed to continuing this work and providing greater transparency into the process to earn the trust of the American people and advance our mission of safeguarding both the nation's security and privacy and civil liberties at the same time, the senior FBI official said. The FBI has faced scrutiny for the misuse of Section 702, and FBI Director Christopher Wray has said the Bureau has taken steps to reform the system. Fox News Digital first reported last month that the Office of the Director of National Intelligence said there was a significant decline in the total number of queries the FBI made into U.S. citizens between 2021 and 2022. Under Section 702 due to the changes the Bureau made to its systems, processes, and training relating to U.S. persons' queries. In the year ending November 2022, the FBI conducted a total of about 204,000 queries of a 94% drop from the previous year's reporting period when it conducted nearly 3.4 million. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care, man. These people are going around without a warrant 278,000 times without a warrant and are invading your privacy. Now, this FISA or FISA, this FISA is supposed to be sunsetting, I believe, sometime in November? Yeah, I think it's in November. Don't quote me on that. You can look it up. I believe it's in November though. And what that basically means is that the bill that made this possible, that allows them to do this, it's going to be basically if they don't review it and put it back into law. If Congress does not vote on it and put it back into law, then it'll just stop. It will cease at that point. Of course, I would want them to stop. And this, of course, makes it pretty unlikely that the Republicans in the House would actually want them to go along with it. But, of course, you've got the freaking rhinos in the House that, they like to keep garbage like this going. So, yeah. And guys, I want to share with you one of the reasons why this is actually pretty dangerous. From the post-millennial, pedophile Jeffrey Epstein blackmailed Bill Gates, threatened to expose affair with very young Russian woman. Jeffrey Epstein attempted to blackmail Bill Gates by threatening to expose an alleged affair he had in 2010 with a Russian bridge player in her early 20s, according to a shocking news report from the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal reports that notorious pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, who was found dead in a jail cell in 2019, asked Bill Gates to participate in a multi-billion-dollar charitable fund in 2017 and reportedly threatened to expose the Microsoft billionaire's infidelity if he declined. In 2010, Gates allegedly entered into an affair with a woman named Mia Antonova after meeting her at a bridge tournament. Antonova was in her early 20s at the time of the affair. According to the outlet, Gates was married to his ex-wife Melinda Gates at the time. In 2013, Antonova met Epstein when she was trying to raise funds for a business venture that included an online bridge platform. Epstein did not fund this project but paid for Antonova to attend a software coding school, Wall Street Journal reports. It was in 2017 when Epstein used Gates' affair with Antonova as leverage in order to get him to participate in the charity fund. The threat was not straightforward and was sent in the matter of asking Gates for reimbursement for Antonova's coding school, which was the first time Epstein mentioned the affair, according to the outlet. Boy, isn't that strange? Why would he mention that in the middle of trying to get this guy to give him money? Strange. According to documents obtained by the Wall Street Journal, Antonova was first introduced to Epstein through Boris Nikolic, an advisor to Gates, to help raise funds for her online bridge venture, which she was hoping to secure $500,000 for to promote bridge by creating quality tutorials for beginners and advanced players. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I don't know what bridge is. I got no idea. I'm at a complete loss. They keep saying bridge. I'm thinking of bridges. I don't know, man. I'll probably look it up afterwards, but of course, for this story, it doesn't really matter. While Antonova failed to secure the funds, Epstein paid for her education, the outlet reports. Epstein agreed to pay, and he paid directly to the school. Nothing was exchanged. I don't know why he did that, Antonova told the Journal. When I asked, he said something like he was wealthy and wanted to help people when he could. In 2014, Antonova told the outlet that she had stayed at an apartment provided by Epstein during a trip to New York City, but did not meet him. A spokesperson for Bill Gates told Wall Street Journal Mr. Gates met with Epstein solely for philanthropic purposes. Having failed repeatedly to draw Mr. Gates beyond these matters, Epstein tried unsuccessfully to leverage a past relationship to threaten Mr. Gates. Bill and Melinda Gates divorced in 2019. Shortly after Epstein was charged with sex trafficking, Gates, whose foundation has worked hard to help girls globally, met with Epstein over the course of numerous years after Epstein had been in prison for soliciting sex from a minor. When Gates met with him, Epstein was already a registered sex offender. Melinda said Bill's relationship with Epstein was a cause that attributed to her filing for divorce. Guys, how do these stories tie in together? Well, obviously, Jeffrey Epstein was a man who, you know what? I'm not going to give him that much credit. Jeffrey Epstein was a sack of garbage. who, of course, was a pedophile, but he had a lot of dirt on a lot of people. I believe personally, and I don't have any proof of this, so don't take my word for it. Okay. I believe, in my opinion, that this is just the tip of the iceberg. I believe that Jeffrey Epstein had much more incriminating evidence and much worse incriminating evidence, for lack of a better term, much worse incriminating evidence against very powerful people. It's theorized, many people believe, that the reason why Jeffrey Epstein would invite very powerful people out to his island, out to his private island, I believe it's in the Atlantic. I don't know. Many people believe that the reason why he would do this is because he would bring them out to the island. He would get them to have, let's just say, adult type relationships with children. He would video these very powerful individuals doing this, and then he would use it to leverage them. He would use it as a way to get them to do what he wants, which of course is very dangerous. But now Jeffrey Epstein is obviously dead. He died in 2020, I think, 2019? No, 2019. I think that's what it said, 2019. Either way, he died back in, one of those years, killed in his cell, of course. We all know at this point that Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Honestly, it doesn't really make sense that he would kill himself, because he probably thought that he had leverage to be able to get out of jail. But and it makes sense that there's a lot of people out there that would have motive to kill the guy. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. But my issue with this right here is that all of this incriminating stuff, all of this dirt that he had on all of these people, it hasn't come out yet. And I don't think it is going to come out. You want to know why? Because guess who now has all of that dirt? Guess who now has all of that incriminating evidence? Well, it's either, Ghislaine Maxwell is in a jail cell as well. If I had to guess, I'd probably say it was the intelligence agencies. If I had to guess, I would guess that the intelligence agencies have this dirt on all of these powerful people now. Whether that be the FBI, the CIA, I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd probably say the FBI. Guys, this is extremely dangerous. Now, of course, I want pedophiles and evil people to be brought to justice. However, whoever is pulling the strings, whoever is using this dirt that has not been released yet for a reason, whoever's using that dirt against very powerful people in our country, guys, just imagine, just put yourself in this situation for a moment. There's a person who has dirt on you. They have video evidence of you doing something very incriminating that can put you in jail for a very long time. Can basically destroy your entire life and your entire reputation. Okay? What would you do for that person if they had that kind of evidence against you? If they said, hey, if you don't do this, I will release this video. What would you do? What are you supposed to do? I don't know, man. But that's what's so dangerous about this. Because these very powerful people that he is suspected of having this dirt on, and this pretty much proves it. I mean, my goodness, he's got dirt on Bill Gates. Guys, if he's got this kind of dirt on someone like Bill Gates, imagine what kind of dirt he has on someone like Joe Biden, who is the president of the United States. Maybe Hunter Biden. Maybe a guy like Donald Trump. Maybe a guy like Yeah, I mean, guys. It is suspected that this goes so deep that he's got dirt on people like major Hollywood actors like Will Smith and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Like I've seen a lot of different names thrown around. Okay, and I'm not saying that he does. I'm not saying that like that's for real or that those guys actually did anything, disgusting with kids. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that they did that. Okay. What I am saying is that it is theorized that he had a lot of dirt on a lot of very powerful people, and now that dirt is in the hands of the intelligence agencies, and we know that they are more than willing to do the wrong thing. They are more than willing to go against the American people and to attack the American people. We know that they're willing to do that. Now, what would they use this dirt in order to get Joe Biden to do? What would they do? What would they use that dirt to force Donald Trump to do? What would they do? I don't know, man. I just don't know. But that's extremely dangerous for these guys to have dirt on the most powerful people in our country. So, abolish the FBI? Abolish the intelligence agencies? I don't know, guys. Like, tell me down in the comments. What do you think needs to be done about this? I don't see a whole lot of ways forward, man. Because if we want something to be done about this, somebody's going to have to take the bullet. One of these powerful people is going to have to, in the process of abolishing the FBI, is going to get taken down with them. I don't know, man. I don't know. But something's got to be done about these intelligence agencies. Something's got to be done, guys. It's not working. It's absolutely not working. This is incredible corruption that is beyond. I mean, my goodness, where do we go from here, guys? Where do we go from here? I believe personally that this dirt is still being used against these very powerful people by the intelligence agencies because one, it was the intelligence agencies that busted Jeffrey Epstein, right? It was and now it's the intelligence agencies that has access to all of this dirt, and that dirt has not been released to the public. So my guess, until further notice, is that this is still being used against very powerful people. Saying, hey, do this for us. Hey, don't move your factory back to the U.S. so that Americans can get good jobs. Keep that factory over in China. Hey, Joe Biden, go bomb this place over in Syria. Go arrest these Americans for, whatever. Give us the green light to go arrest these Americans for terrorism. Whatever we want, basically. Do you see the danger there, guys? You see the danger? I mean, my goodness. Guys, don't fall into the trap of this. 278,000 times. The FBI hasn't fixed anything. They didn't change anything. They didn't fix anything. They didn't fix their procedures. They're going to keep doing this because there's no consequences. I mean, my goodness, if you or I were doing something like this, we would be in a prison cell. But because it's the FBI, because it's the premier law enforcement agency in the country, that means there's no one above them. There's no one to arrest these guys except for themselves, and they're not going to arrest themselves. It's not going to happen. Guys, these are very corrupt and dangerous times. What I would say to you is that if we want to fix this, okay, there's not one guy that gets in office and is going to be able to fix everything. It's not going to happen. But I believe that if we could get in a string of guys, maybe like a Donald Trump, then maybe like a Ron DeSantis or a Vivek Ramaswamy, whatever. I believe that if we could get multiple administrations through the White House, then I believe that we could make some changes. We could solve a lot of these terrible issues. I really do. The problem is you got to get Donald Trump in first. I mean, that he's going to be the Republican candidate in 2024. That's just reality. But guys, if you're tired of this, like, get your butt out of bed in the morning and go vote. Go vote. Like, I'm sorry. This is reaching extreme levels of corruption. I mean, it was already bad, but it's just getting worse by the day. And, you know, I see this type of stuff all the time, so I'm not exactly surprised by it. But, guys, if you're just now seeing this, just know it's been this bad for a while, and it's getting worse every day. And the only way that we're going to be able to put a stop to it is by getting a hold of these intelligence agencies and just abolishing them. We got to do something, man. The only person that I've seen talking about stuff like this is Donald Trump and Vivek Ramaswamy. Those are the only two. Now, Ron DeSantis might have mentioned something like, oh, we need to get rid of these agencies. We need to, get a wrangle on these agencies, whatever. And, maybe I just missed it. But I haven't heard anything. Guys, get out and vote. Get out and vote in your local elections, in your state elections, and, of course, go vote for Donald Trump in the presidency. I'm not going to be shy about my biases, okay? I'm not going to be shy about it. Just look around at our country today, and it was very clear to see that we were way better as a nation under Donald Trump than we are now. Maybe there's a reason why 70% of the entire country didn't want Donald Trump to run. Yes, that includes Democrats. Like, guys, he sucks. He's terrible. Joe Biden is not a good president. Donald Trump was not perfect as a president. There's a lot of things that he did that I didn't like. Bump stock ban, drone strikes in other countries that weren't Afghanistan. I don't know, man. I think Donald Trump is the right choice. And at the end of the day, that's just, like, what else are we going to do? I mean, yeah, be self-reliant. Get out of cities. Grow your own food. Get your own livestock. Take care of yourself. Don't rely on the government, because obviously the government hates you. I mean, my goodness, they're spying on you more than 278,000 times. Like, guys, it's very obvious these people don't like us. Get out of the cities. Get out in the middle of nowhere. Grow your own food. Do what you need to do. Just get away. Get away from these cities. Get away from these intelligence agencies. Make it more difficult for them to do these types of things to you. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I will have another show coming for you guys on Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, share the show with your friends. Follow me on all the socials down in the description, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we put out new videos. And follow me on Rumble. Make sure you're following me and watching my videos on Rumble. That is the best way to fight back against censorship here on YouTube. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.